Hello everyone and welcome to Never Play Again. This is a game where we play as 4 people, each playing a game that makes its player go mad. So, how will these 4 players deal with this game? Let's find out. Security filter, I have no idea what this is. Let's go with off. Reality is that wish when you stop believing in it. Doesn't go away. Philip K. Dick. This save file is literally my life. Do you realize how many hours I put into this? If you can create only one save per game, that sucks. Yeah, sorry. What if I want to borrow it from you? I bet they just do it to make you buy another game. There's a lot of data to save. Characters, stat, monsters. 2 saves could be doable. They're just lazy. Examine, talk, thing. Well, why is this highlighted? Is that the one I should take? Let's examine first. Oh, game console. It's the Ultra Reality 64, the first 64-bit console ever. My dad bought me the expansion too. The Ultra Reality DD can do all sorts of things like connecting to the net or playing portable games on the TV. With video games connecting to the World Wide Web, anything can happen. I wonder what the future is going to be like. Ah, okay, so I guess the choices. Shinji. I know him since elementary school. He comes to my house to play games all the time. By now I think we witnessed 2 generations of game consoles. Our friendship goes back that far. Alright, the window. Chilly outside. Summer's about to end. So many things happened this summer. I don't know why, but it felt longer this year. Game magazine. The latest issue of the game magazine Uretsu. This issue contains the exclusive preview of the new fantasy RPG, First Fantasy 2. Well, that sounds like a ripoff. It's going to be on the UR64, and for the first time ever, it will have 3D graphics. Okay, let's think then. We've been playing this game together for months now. I say we, but it was mostly me. Shinji just likes to assist me without playing. It's not that I don't want him to play, I think he's too scared of messing up. Too much pressure for him. Alright, so we have to talk. Whatever, hey, let's try this one. What's that? It doesn't even have a label. Where did you find it? I got it the other day at the open air market. Ah, that guy who sells pirated games? That guy is sketchy. One time he had some game labeled Silent Peak 4. Ah, they didn't even make the 3rd game. I know, it was too good to be true. It turned out to be some strange shooter game with a bunny. What did you get this time? This one isn't actually that bad. I just played it a few hours. Let me try it. Sick music, right? Hey. Oh, sorry, I was getting into it. What stage are you playing? Sick music, right? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was getting into it. What stage are you playing? This is... How did they manage to do this? It looks so real. I know, right? Hey, do you mind if I delete your save? I want to start over. Yeah, I don't care. This is amazing. Where do you get this again? You... Ah! You are you... What about me? Do I have something on my face? Why are you looking at me like that? No, this is a dream, right? You're not making any sense. Shinji? No. He's not moving. He's dead. I killed him. No. This isn't real. I'm gonna wake up. Please wake up. File 02, bottomless pit. Name, playtime, something something. So, just to be sure, you fear that this phobia that you developed in a video game is going to affect you in the real world as well? Since we started talking, the doctor hasn't moved from his chair. No gestures, no facial expressions, not a single reaction. Nothing. I'm starting to think he doesn't understand, or he just doesn't care. Why are doctors like this? Tell me what you're thinking right away. Maybe coming here was a mistake. Look, doctor, I just want to live a normal life like everyone else. For once, everything is going well in my life. My school grades are great. My friends love me. I'm quite popular. But in truth, I'm scared. I'm scared that things will get worse and that my life won't be the same as before. Understandable. Keep talking. I need you to explain every detail to me. Yes, sir. Okay. Examine first. Office. I have to say this room is quite welcoming. It has plenty of space and the warmth of the sun is filling the air. I expected to see a lot of medical equipment around, but it's just books and documents. At first glance, this office seems more like a teacher's than a doctor's. I don't know if that's a good or a bad sign. Doctor. Everyone told me that he is the best in his field. Not only has he cured a lot of patients, but he is a researcher too, an open-minded one at that. I hope he can fix me. Books? I get scared just by reading some of the titles. Severe personality disorders, psychotherapy of borderline patients, animal magnetism and its psychological effects. The last one looks to be some research paper he's writing. Creepy. I've made a promise to myself to go see medical help if my symptoms last for more than a day. Then it was 2 days, then 3, then a week. I postponed this too many times in the hope that things would get better. So here I am. At least I'm doing something about it that alone makes me feel a little bit better. Let's talk then. Let's talk about your fear. There's something you have to know. I think this was the first time I discovered this phobia I have. One time I went to my school during summer break. I had forgotten my bag there, so I went back to retrieve it. The school was closed that day, but they let me in just to get my bag. I think the janitor was busy or something. He couldn't accompany me. I headed to my classroom alone. The school was empty. It was a place I knew well. Those corridors, classrooms. I was so used to seeing them full of people. But that day, that place was empty, silent. It was eerie. I started to panic. I started to run. I don't know how, but I got lost. A teacher found me eventually. I don't know how much time had passed. To me, it felt like an eternity. I felt like I wandered through the school for hours without finding a way out. I told my parents. They talked to some doctors. I was told I have kinophobia, the fear of empty spaces. Ever since then, I try to avoid empty places. I understand. Being so popular at school helped a lot. Being the center of attention, surrounded by so many people. Festivals, concerts, parties. From the outside, it looked like I'm quite the outgoing type. But the truth is, I just do it to avoid being alone in empty spaces. Okay, about the game. Up until now, I was never scared of video games. Actually, I like to play horror games a lot. Grand Sylvan Hotel, Occultic Pizza, Undead Air, you name it. And yet, this stupid game scared me for good. I don't know much about video games. Please try to describe it to me. It's this game I found in a retro gaming shop. Okay. It was in a bargain bin. I usually find cool games for cheap there. This game caught my attention because it didn't have a label or a case. The game itself was quite bizarre. I don't know how to describe it well, but there was this level. I mean, nothing scary in particular. It was just a normal room. But then something happened with the camera. maybe it was a glitch or something. The camera began to zoom out. As it was pulling out, I could see that the room I was in was actually a small box surrounded by an endless black void. I started to freak out. My character fell into the void. I kept falling without dying into the bottomless pit. That's when I turned off the game. Symptoms? One day, all of a sudden it happened. Half of my vision was gone. Not just my vision, it was like half of my brain was turned off. I could only sense a part of reality. And the rest was nothing. Interesting. I've been having these attacks since I played that game. I'm sure of it. I was normal before. Now usually they last just a few seconds, but then the other day, it was a day like the others. I was getting out of the store. Just when I passed by the door, it happened again. The outside of the store, it was just empty space. I tried to go back, but by the time I turned back, the inside of the store became nothingness too. It was just a door at that point, useless. I didn't know where to go. It was terrible. I started wandering around trying to find a way back. I'm not sure for how long, but this time it lasted more than a few seconds. When I came back to reality, I realized something even more terrifying. Time had passed in the real world too. 3 hours to be precise. For those 3 hours, I wasn't in the real world. I didn't exist. I can't accept this. Doctor, please, tell me there's a way to fix this. Doctor, please say something. I think this is bad. It's like my brain stopped working for a moment and my senses. How can you explain this? You see, I don't think your brain has stopped working. On the contrary. I think your case is very interesting. After all, this is what I've been researching my whole life. And what would that be? Cognitive or neuroscience? The way we perceive the world. You know, there are many ways to investigate it. Neurology, neurophysiology, neuroimaging. Witnessing reality is much more than using your senses. Seeing or hearing. You would think it's just about sending images or sounds of the brain in order for it to interpret them. But that's not what is happening. Take a look at this. Oh, I know this one. If you stare at it, suddenly the cube turns upside down or something. It's like you're seeing the cube from above, but if you focus enough, you'll see it from below and vice versa. Very good. And it's not just a vision. Would you like to hear the sound illusion too? I think I'm good, bro. I'm kind of struggling mentally here. I don't want any more. I should say yes. The doctor hands me a pair of headphones. This sound illusion works best when listening with headphones. Listen to this. Good tune. Okay. Banger. Nice tune, I guess. You heard it. You heard it as just one tune, but it's actually two melodies playing together. Here, I'll let you listen to them separately. This is the one that played in the right channel. This is the melody that played on the left channel. I'll play them together again. Now that you know the single melodies, you can focus on them. So when you hear the same tune, you can perceive the three different melodies if you want. While you listen, try removing the left or right earpiece of your headphone. Okay, let's try this. First left one. Oh, you're saying sick. You're just like me. Sick. Listen again. Okay, I got this. Doctor? Cool, I guess. But what's the point? If our perception of reality consists of simply seeing an image, that image would always be the same. So that's what happened. What's interesting is that the drawing itself is not changing, but your perception is. Your perception of reality changes at will, according to your interpretation. Experiencing reality is more like having an opinion about the world. So when you say that the world disappeared, I don't think that's what happened. Reality is still there. It's just that your brain is interpreting it in a different way. I can see how that could explain my problem, but only by explaining it, we can cure it. Do you think it can be cured? I'm sure our neurological research will be able to help with your condition. I'll be glad to do a neural scan as soon as possible. We can start immediately. Whatever. Splendid. We can start right now. But, doctor... Yes? It's happening again. You are... What's happening? The room is gone. I'm here. Yes, but... Doctor? Without me noticing, the void had filled the room. I take a look around, hoping to find a corner, a wall, a light, something. Nothing. It's useless. When I turn my head back to the doctor, he's gone too. Why are doctors like this? I wasted my morning listening to some philosophy lesson that I don't even care about. Time to go home, I guess. If I can't find my way back. File 03. Search. Name, unknown, playtime. Alright, 2001. Earlier this morning, I received an unexpected call from an old friend of mine. He's currently working as a doctor in this hospital. I hadn't heard from him since graduation. He wanted to meet me to talk about a case of his. Apparently there's this game that makes people go crazy or something. I didn't get the details. He's waiting for me in the neurology ward. Perception desk? There's a nurse at the perception desk. She's reading a book. TV. Still no official statement from the mayor. Another traffic jam is currently affecting the city and many more are predicted for tomorrow. After the main roads are closed off due to emergency work. In truth, this day the administration hasn't been able to provide a plausible explanation. A press conference has been scheduled for later tonight. Stay tuned to get all the updates. Surroundings. I expect to find more people in here. Waiting rooms are usually crammed with patients, so seeing a place like this being so empty makes me a little uncomfortable, to be honest. An unexpected visit to the hospital. Places like this makes me quite uncomfortable. It's kinda irrational if you think about it. The facility is brand new, everything is clean and colorful. You can tell the staff is doing their best, the doctors seem to really care about their work. And yet, I can still perceive a draining atmosphere here. I can't help it. It's like my vital energy goes away when I'm in a place like this. My friend is waiting for me in the neurology ward. I don't know where that is. I think I should talk to the nurse at the reception. Interesting. Is his friend the same doctor that we already did this, right? And we thought. Let's talk. But neuro ward. The neurology ward is situated on the second floor. You can take one of the elevators over there or use the stairs. Thank you. Oh, wait, is it me again? About you. I'm reading this book. I'm getting quite into it. It's the story of this criminal who finds a mysterious sphere that can summon all sorts of demonic beings. The story doesn't make much sense, but the demons are cool, I think. Anything strange? What an odd question to ask. Oh, are you detective by any chance? No, totally different job. What do you do? I work for a game company. Making video games? Sounds like a cool job. It is, but it can be quite stressful sometimes. I see. To answer your question, there were some strange cases in the neurology ward this week. If you ask me, people are starting to lose their grasp of reality. Everything is virtual these days. Sooner than later, life on the net will become more important than real life. Move. Neurology ward. Here we go. This place is like a maze. There's nobody around. Is this normal? Room on the right. This room is empty. Room on the left. It's an empty room. This place gives me the creeps. I feel like I'm being watched. Room further back. This room's empty. Wait, I've been to all rooms here, right? Let's try again the right one. Okay. Maybe it's in the other corridor? There's only one room open here. Oh, sorry. There's a patient sleeping. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Patient? It's a young patient with long hair flowing on the bed sheets. There's a calm expression on the patient's face. I better not make any noise. Game console. On the bedside table, there's what looks to be a game console. I'm sure of it. It's a game box. There's no mistake. Why is a game console hooked up to a medical equipment? Tangle of cables is coming out from the wall, linking up to the game console to the patient. Are those electrodes attached to the brain? What kind of medical procedure is this? Sorry for the wait. I was in a meeting. Long time no see. Yeah. How's your life going? I heard you finally entered the game industry. Congratulations. Thanks. I'm very happy for you. I know it was your dream. Anyway, you called me? Yes. I need your help with something. You're the only one I know that could help me with this. Please, let's talk about this in my office. Wait, I forgot to ask him what was going on in that room. There's something I want to show you. He opens up a desk drawer and takes something out. You know what this is? I don't even try to explain that. This is a game cartridge? It's for a game box, the first portable console ever. See? You already know a lot more than me about this. The label is blank. I can't determine what game is inside. A few weeks ago, a patient came in here claiming to have developed a particular condition after playing this game. Whoa, getting sick from a game? I guess this is what those safety warnings at the start of the game manuals are for. Take a 15-minute break after each hour of playing. I don't think anyone has ever done that. Nevertheless, I read that flashing lights or some shaking images can cause epilepsy attacks, so maybe this is what the doctor is talking about. She said she was experiencing strange hallucinations, like walking through walls or ending up in empty spaces. Oh, did I hear that right? She used a particular word that caught my attention, a bottomless pit. Sometimes she would go through a door only to find herself in total blackness. Delusions? No, I never take for granted that my patients are deluded. I want to get to the bottom of this. You think she might have been influenced by playing games too much? I'm not sure, but this line of investigation is the only one I have left now. You see, before I could admit her to my ward, she fled. What? It happens sometimes. Patients who are really anxious or stressed can't handle being admitted or examined. When I got back to my office, the girl was gone. She only left this game cartridge. I tried playing the game, but I couldn't find the console it was made for. Yeah, I think it's becoming quite rare now. This is when I thought of calling you. You want me to play this game? Take a look at it, see if there's anything strange about it. A medical investigation on a game? I don't know. It's a long shot, but for some reason I feel that some of the answers are inside that game. Just a hunch. It's strange for him to call me out of the blue. When we were in university, we used to hang out all the time and play video games. I think that's when I actually started considering a job in the game industry. After we graduated though, he became distant and I never saw him playing games again. Guess he was too focused on becoming a doctor or something. After all this time, he calls me for this game experiment thing. Is this related to the weird room I saw before? What room? The room where you found me, you know, with those strange devices hooked up to a game console. I don't know what you're talking about. What? Did I hallucinate it? You were there with me. I saw it with my own eyes. I'm sure you were mistaken. He insisted on going back to the room with the weird patient in order to convince me. When we went back to the room. No way. I told you, maybe you saw some medical devices and maybe you saw a medical device and mistook it for something else. This is the neurological ward. It's not like we do crazy experiments in here. He's saying that, but he's also emanating the strongest mad scientist vibes right now. I'm sorry, but I really need to go back to work now. Will you help me with the game cottage? I'll see what I can do. In my spare time. Thank you so much. This doctor is a bit sus. Whoa, it got dark. Days are starting to feel shorter this time of the year. By the way, it's Halloween. One of my favorite times of the year. Watching some classic horror movies all night will oh. What now? Oh no, it's my boss. Hello. What? Tonight? I know the deadline's approaching, but... Alright. I'll be in the office. This is game development for you. Working overtime on Halloween to avoid missing a deadline? Whatever, I just spent Halloween in the office. Excuse me? Oh. This guy just came out of nowhere. That game. Game? Oh, you mean this? He must have seen me. He must have seen me while I was putting it back in my bag. Why did this guy want this game? Do you realize what game that is? It's very rare. How did you obtain it? A friend of mine gave it to me. This is impossible. You know something about this game? Look, for the exit. Sorry? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Maybe you should ask the nurse at the reception. I suppose this is another patient from the neurology ward. I don't have time for this. I must get to work. I'll be leaving now. Sorry. I can hear sirens in the distance. Something must have happened. Some of the roads are blocked. It's not the first time they've done this. They've been closing up areas constantly this week. I wonder what they're working on. Despite being Halloween, there aren't that many people around. This feels lonely. I don't know, but I feel like I'm being followed. What the heck? Is that the strange guy I met earlier? Is he after me? He's watching through the glass door. As the guy opens the door, I start running. What just happened? The guy was following me? Was this because of the blank game cottage? I run with all my strength until I get tired. By that time, I'm almost in my office. That was intense. Pornsoft office. Wait, did I read that correctly? Porn? Okay. This game company I work for has many offices around town. This one looks shady from the outside, but inside you get everything you need for working on video games. Maybe someday I have my own game company and office. Ito store. Small convenience store near my office. They make good coffee and the copy machine can be useful sometimes. I should get something to eat later tonight. Barrier. These barriers are all over town lately. They say that it's to avoid access to construction sites, but how many are there? Literally half of the city have been off limits this week. Do you realize how much money you could get? What's the game even about? Some say it contains some secret experiment by the government. A song emitting frequencies that can control your brain. That's scary. To be honest, I don't care. The game is so rare that I could make a fortune by selling it. People are willing to kill for it. What the hell is going on? That guy was following me. I should get inside the office and start working. I already lost too much time tonight. Pornsoft office. Hey, I want to work in Pornsoft office. Hey you! What? What the hell? How do you have that game? Some guy just saw me. Now he's starting to run towards me. What the hell is going on? You stole it! Give it back! You're crazy! I run towards the office as fast as I can. What was that just now? All of a sudden, everyone seemed to be obsessed with this unknown game. What's the deal with it? I close all the doors and the windows and call the police. As long as I'm in the office, I should be fine. What is that noise? It's coming from the other room. Could it be? Can you help me? Oh my god, say something when you're in the office. I didn't know you were working tonight too. Is everything okay? Clear this for me. It happened again. You wouldn't think it, but my coworker is a video game living legend. A genius from the early days of computers. She started making games in the early 80s with a home computer. She coded her first game alone in her room in a month when she was 8. She made 2 huge games at the time, video game history stuff. After that, she basically disappeared on the public scene. No one knows where she went. It was later found that she had spent 20 years living in a remote commune. A few years ago, she came back to games, but there was a problem. She could only program games, not play them. The thought of picking up a controller scares her to death. Too many choices, she says. Even the cutest platformer game is a pure horror to her. So, whenever she has to test something, she gets stuck for hours, waiting for someone else to play the game. Heck, right now we're working on a visual novel, but she's afraid to press the button to advance text. Here we go. Thank you. How long have you been stuck on this screen? 2 hours? Oof. Phew. After I press a few buttons, the game advances as I intended and she can go back to programming. I better not disturb her or bother her with my strange encounters today. I go back to my room. I can't concentrate like this. The blank cartridge is laying on my desk watching me. Should I play the game? But I still have work to do. Screw it. Of course the game doesn't work. It wouldn't have been too easy, but it would have been too easy, but it's not time to give up yet. I can dump the game memory to the computer and analyze it. This will take just a few minutes. Looks like data is corrupted. This is all I got for now. I was only able to recover 2 files. The .sav file looks to be a save file, but it's useless if I can't get the game to run. The other file, log.txt, contains some information about the game. The first line is about the creator, K@DH88. Never seen this name. This doesn't tell me much. Then we have the compilation date, which the day and the time on which the game was created. The 10th of January 2000 at 04:56:31. September 1st, 1910, 2010? Wait, maybe I should read it in the American format. October 1st, 2000. Or the 10th of January 2000 in European format. At this point, I'm not sure anymore. I could look up these dates on the internet. The last line should be the serial number. The last line should be the serial number, VN013A2. Just by looking at the number, it's hard to tell what game it is. Maybe I can check if there's something that can help me with that in the archive room. Okay, let's examine this. Game console. This is the Ultra Reality 64 debug console. I can play games from all regions and can also be linked to a computer. Thanks to the transfer board, I can also play and debug Gamebox cartridges. Blank cartridge. It looks like a regular Gamebox game cartridge. I wasn't able to play the game or get access to the ROM. There's no label or any other sign that could help me in identifying the name of the game. Poster. It's a poster made for the latest entry in the Waifu Detective Club series. Whoa, where can I get that? The heroine, Mayumi, has become more popular than the actual protagonist. I can't wait to play this new chapter. Okay, let's listen around. I can only hear the sound of my coworker typing in the other room. It seems like the people outside are gone. Surf the web. About video games. Playing Sonic on my computer. How can I play Sonic 1 on my computer? Get a better computer. What? Can't you afford a UR64 like all the grown-ups? That's gay. Oh yeah? I love playing Sonic with missing layers. So much fun. mutilation is a crime, but maybe in the future it will be the only way to preserve all games. Use. Small, you're about to make history. Hello there, my good friends. Today I have an announcement to make. I'm going to stab someone in the next 4 hours in front of the train station in my city. It's gonna be random, but I promise you it will be good. In 20 years, people will still talk about the thread. There's not a specific reason for this. I'm just doing it for you all. Wish me luck, guys, and watch the news. Nurse! Just remember to say Mentos, the fresh maker, and smile to the camera at the end. Kid, just go to school. Please kill a blonde one, they deserve it. Whoa. Hello there, my good friends. Today I have an announcement to make. I am gay. You too? Mom, I already told you Dad won't come back no matter what you do. Fuck, guys, watch the news. Oh, fuck. Fuck. It's a normal day on the internet. Paranormal, okay. I got a hit for the date 10/01/00. Files from the file in the afterlife. Name, I should start running. This is an old story I heard when I was in school. Basically, it's a file created from the afterlife. Some people claim to have received this file. They say that if you check the creation date, it says created on 10/01/00, day 0 of September 2000. Wait, what? Day 0 of September. Wait, what? Where's the 9? Where's the 9? Am I cooked here? Huh? Day 0 of September 2000. Some said that it contained pictures of a girl in various phases of her life: childhood, school, marriage, and eventually death. It is unknown who took the pictures. Anyone heard about this? I did a quick search on Yahoo. Of course, I found nothing, but I'm sure someone here knows about it or even has the file. Pictures of your mom? This is the link, OP. Carini.com unlist. Okay. Virus. Yeah, this is the kind of story you can find on the paranormal board. Nonetheless, it doesn't seem to have originated on the internet. It sounds more like an urban legend. Urban legends are usually born from real stories. I wonder what's the real story behind this one. Oh fuck. Think. I need to find out more about the mystery game. I was able to retrieve 2 possible leads from the ROM. The creation date 10/00 at 04:56:31 and a serial number VN01382. Maybe there's something in the office that could help me with the research. Co-worker's desk. Examine. Screen. Creating games has taken the place of playing games for her. When I see her work, it's like the Matrix when that guy just looks at some code and he can see people and places in it. I guess that's how efficient you become when you're coded for such a long time. What a strange sitting position. She likes to get comfy when working. She always wears tracksuit or baggy clothes. I've never seen her going outside. What? Nothing. DVD set. It's the complete set of the violent murder trials. It's a show in which they recorded a real trials of serial killers and murderers. She must really love this stuff. Books. 100 best unsolved cases. Hokido's serial murders. Hokido's serial murders. Funniest causes of death. Perfect true crime. A day in court. Life sentence from 1999. Crime scene photo collection. Odyssey reports for dummies. Hokido's murders. She reads the stuff, but at the same time, she's afraid of playing even a cute platformer game. Talk. About you? Thanks. About work? I'm getting paid. Not playing. Yeah, I know, the ROM date is corrupted or something. I was wondering if you ever seen this game. No. Anything strange? Okay. Okay, not that much of a talker, right? Archive. Let's examine the archive lockers. We can put our stuff in the lockers, but we prefer to just stack it on the desk, on our desk instead. By the way, If a psychopathic serial killer were to enter the office today, the locker would be my hiding spot. Cabinet? The cabinet contains all of Pornsoft's released games so far. The oldest games is Welcome to the Pineapple, the hit adventure game released in 1997. All its release is Dear Memorial, a first in the dating sim genre. I don't think the blank cartridge is related to any of Pornsoft's productions. Yeah. Game magazine. This should be it. The game magazine Uretsu used to have a section with a list of all the games that came out at the time. It had reviews, score, prices, technical information, including serial numbers. Eventually they stopped printing that section because it was taking up a lot of space. Maybe if I can pinpoint a specific year of release, I can find the serial number I'm looking for. I can start with the compilation date. Let's try the year 2000. Oh, this is interesting. It's an issue from November 2000. It contains a serial number almost identical to the one I'm looking for, VN013. The blank cartridge has VN013A2. It could be related. The game with the VN03 serial number is Undead Air. It's an almost unknown horror adventure game. Speculate. Let me think about it. I was able to extract some info from the mysterious blank cartridge. A serial number, the date on which the game was compiled, and a save file. The save file is useless at this moment, but I could use it if I find out what game it was made for. So let's focus on the date and the serial number for now. There was a mention of the date on the internet, 10/01/00. It seems to be linked to the urban legend about a file created from the afterlife. That's pretty much it though. There are plenty of stories about the year 2000. After all, 2 years ago the world was supposed to end to the millennium bug. As for the game's serial number, I got a partial match with the game Undead Air, a horror adventure game that came out in 2000. It wasn't a great commercial success, but it got some good reviews. The serial number though, it doesn't perfectly match to any official release of the game. Could it be an internal pre-release version of the game that was never published? That seems like a concrete lead, at least something I can investigate further. Let's see what the internet has to say about that game. It looks to be the official game page. It says that additional episodes were planned for Undead Air. The development wasn't assigned to the original developers though. The small game company Keshi was working on it. The project started soon after the release of the game. 2 additional episodes were planned. The first episode, Occultic Pizza, came out in the late 2000s, but it didn't perform that well. A second extra episode was planned, named Tower. It was to be released in the same year, but it never came out. Maybe the first expansion wasn't a great success, so they decided to cancel it. It wouldn't be the first time. They were planning on distributing the game with an esoteric satellite broadcasting system, some kind of alternative internet. This could be a huge problem actually. Downloadable content was deleted every time the console was turned off. The only way to recover such a game would be to find a console that hasn't been turned off since 2000 and has this game already installed. I'll think about this later. The important thing is that the original series number for Undead Air is VN013. The first extra episode, Occultic Pizza, has the serial number, VN013A. The unknown ROM I dumped from the blank cartridge is VN013A2. This could be the game I'm looking for, Undead Air Tower. I'll see if there are any traces left of the game on the internet. I was able to find some promotional materials for the game. The story was about the guy trapped in a radio tower. The article says it had various endings depending on your choices and some heavy subjects too. There's a small screenshot of the game at the bottom of the magazine page. This is literally the only thing left of it. In the photo you can see the protagonist looking through a window from inside the building. Trapped. Ironic, I guess. He'll be stuck in there for even longer. There's something bothering me about that last screenshot. I get closer to the screen trying to examine the picture better. This is the only thing left from the game. Any info could be helpful. I keep staring at those eyes. Ah! This game. Were you watching behind? Were you watching behind my back this whole time? Please say something next time. I almost died here. I almost died there. Okay. So you like serial killers too? Why do you say that? You investigating this case? The fire started on October 1st, 2000 at 04:56:31. What are you talking about? She's holding up a newspaper clipping. I can't see the date, but it looks quite old. Why does she keep this stuff in the office? The title says Arson at Game Software Company, Culprit on the Run. I think I heard about the story. It happened a few years ago. The fire started on October 1st, 2000 at 04:56:31. That's when the game was compiled. When the medics arrived on the scene, they discovered a body. The body was charred black as coal. They noted wounds caused by the fire, one on the heart and the other two on parts of the brain. Wait, who are you talking about? The lead developer of the game died in the fire. It was the lead programmer who called the police and the firefighters. When the autopsy was performed, though, analysis revealed several lesions on the skull and chest. The case was now treated as an homicide. Further investigation on the scene led to the discovery of a hammer with bloodstains on it. The killer hit the developer in the head several times and then set the fire. The lead programmer became the main suspect, as he was the only one present at the scene, but he was never found. Police decided to focus on poor farmer instead. They arrested him, even went to trial. I don't think I've ever heard her talking so much. So that's why Undead Air Tower never came out. It was destroyed in the fire just when it was compiled. There's more. Huh. Shortly after the fire, strange rumors began to spread. Several people claimed that they received the second extra episode for Undead Air via satellite connection. What? It just happened when they connected to the satellite. A download would just start and a mysterious file would be installed in their console. That's a creepy urban legend. Do you think there's some truth in those stories? I'm sure. Sure. Why do you say that? Because at the time I received the file to... What? This is getting confusing. What was that game like? Anything strange? It was something different. Different? Some said that this game was made in another world. She became silent again. A game from another world? This is just too crazy. I guess this is how the file from the Afterlife urban legend started. Are all these things connected? It doesn't matter now. Now I know the title of the game I'm looking for. What if... Do you think this save file from the cartridge could work with the base version of Undead Air? I don't know. I think I could try anyway. What could go wrong? The game dumped from the blank cartridge is still unplayable. The only thing I can do is try to load this save file with the original Undead Air game. It's a matter of moving the files in the folder and I'm ready to go. I boot up the game. Everything seems normal. What's going on? A blackout? Maybe. Are you alright? Electricity seemed to be gone not only from the office but outside too. I can't see any light outside the window. My chair started shaking. And then the walls. An earthquake? Let's get out of here. Last file. Save life. This is an emergency alert message. A weather warning has been issued for your area. Citizens are advised not to move from their current location. No matter what you do, stay where you are. Remain indoors at all costs. Do not look at the sky. I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. Some called it the digital apocalypse. We became so dependent from the digital world that the two worlds were bound to collapse. The real world and the digital world. Earth and heaven. Wish is wish. I wander around what's left of this other reality. At this point I forgot. Is this life or the afterlife? The city is blacked out. The structures of this reality has collapsed and yet computer systems and control screens show that there's nothing wrong. Who's to trust? I received that game file a long time ago. This is what I saw in that game. It was a game set in a post-apocalyptic world. At one point in the story, people began to play a video game to escape reality. At time, this game becomes so complex and so detailed that it contains another game inside. Characters in the game start to have their own game to escape reality, and the cycle goes on. It became my obsession. Traveling between two different realities, I became oblivious to both. And now, I know who did this. I know where everything began. It was you all along. You did it. Thanks to your help and the doctor. Are you happy now? Ever since that day. When my friend died, all I had left was a save file. All my life, I held to that file, to what little was left of him. And even then, the file was damaged. I've tried to find an explanation, tried to deny reality. Magic, occultism, parapsychology, everything. Until I found that game. The developers at Kishi discovered something in the satellite signal. It was a signal from the dead. I saw it. I saw it in the game. It was another place. This is where we all go. Our destiny. You think that by shutting down this reality, you'd be together with your friend again? I kept this game console powered on for all these years. The last copy of the game, it was like mechanical breathing. I stole the completed game and killed the developers. And now, a save file was recovered. This fake reality is shutting down. Soon we'll be together. I don't care. The game is finally over. Life can go on. Okay. Well, that was the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any comments, leave them by, and bye.